Well, while we can't play, we can still eat. We can definitely do that. We can watch other people do it as well that really know the art of it all, including Eric Badlands Booker. We got him on the line to talk professional eating, and I am fascinated to hear about this, Mr. Badlands. So this is the first time you've been on Mark Rogers TV, so this is a good deal right here. But you got a competition tonight, so first tell us about that.
Okay, well, tonight at 7 o'clock on various platforms, including the Major League Eating's YouTube channel, we got the Bet Online Quarantine Challenge. Okay, it's 4 heats, 8 of the top Major League eaters. You got myself, you got Joey Chestnut, you got Mickey Sudo, you got Matt Stoney, and a few other great competitive eaters, right? And what we're doing, right, is we're going to do these contests. It's going to be bracket style, Tonight, we're doing 2 pounds of bologna. And, oh, man, it's going to be awesome. Then we're going to move on, and it's going to be last man standing by the time next week comes.
Okay, so we're going to post this video in just a few minutes. So one more time before we dive into some other stuff, where can people see this and at what time?
Okay, it's at 7 o'clock tonight. Okay, tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern on the Major League Eating's YouTube channel. Okay. MLE's YouTube channel. You can also see it on, I'm sorry. You can also see it on my channel, after it airs, youtube.com/BadlandsChugs.
Perfect. That was going to be my next question. If people can't catch it live, then they can catch the replay on Badlands Chugs. That's your YouTube channel.
Yes, sir. Yes,
perfect. Sir. So, got to ask you this, Badlands. So, how do you get started in all this? You have to enjoy food. That's got to be the starting point, I got to think.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love food. It ain't hard to tell, you know what I'm saying? But to become a competitive eater, right, I kind of stumbled in it by accident because, I'm like one of the OGs of competitive eating. I started back in 1997. And how I got into it, right, was I took my kids to local Nathan's around my area, Oceanside, Long Island. And, we always go there, get chili cheese fries, a couple of dogs, and play the video games in the back. But one day I saw they had a poster in the window. It was an Uncle Sam with a frank in his hand saying, "I want you to enter the Nathan's hot dog eating contest." I'm like, hey, I like hot dogs, especially Nathan's. So I asked the manager, "Yo, what's up with this contest? When's it going down?" He just said, "Just come here Saturday, high noon, and talk to George Shea." So I did that, and he was like, "Oh, my God, yeah, come on. You're right here in the center. We're going to put you in the front, and we're going to have fun." So long story short, no training, I just pretended I was at a barbecue and was just going ham, going in. I was putting mustard on the dogs and everything. I ate 17 dogs in 12 minutes to win it, the qualifier. So I got me a spot at the finals. I got a nice, 3-foot trophy, and I got a year's supply of hot dogs. 480 links.
I'm trying to think here. I was just thinking back here. Just in the last week, I've had dogs about 2 or 3 times on the grill, and I grill up 3 at a time. That's my max, and that's my deal. I do 3, and I'm out. I'm filled up. I'm good to go right there. But 17 in 12 minutes, and you were just getting started then.
Oh,
what's your record?
My personal best is 40 in 10 minutes.
40 in 10 minutes. That's crazy
40.
Because we're looking at 4 a minute. 4 a minute, that's 1 every 15 seconds.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, but there's a lot of other factors that go into it because it's like, competitive eating is a real physical sport, internally physical. So it's like, you start off quick. You might get like, 7, 8, 10 dogs down the first couple minutes, but then, as the contests go on, you start to get the meat sweats and it's hot outside and, jaw fatigue. So you start to slow down a bit, but yeah, similar to that.
So Badlands, that's what I would like to get into is the actual training involved and the strategy involved, because people can figure, oh, these guys like to eat. They got a huge capacity for it. Obviously, it's got to start there to a certain extent, but it goes way beyond that in regards to a strategy and a training regimen.
Right. So basically, I believe in 4 major things that a competitive eater needs, right? You need the stomach capacity, okay? You got to have the room in the stomach. You got to train your ingestion engine. to make it do what you want it to do. It's just like any other muscle in the body. You put it under stress, it will learn to adapt over time. So we train our stomachs to accept large volumes of food, and over time the volume gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? So you got to have a good stomach capacity. I usually eat a lot of like cabbage and rice or salads or something pretty low calorie, to do it. Sometimes I drink a little water, just to get a nice stretch. Also, you need a good strategy. Strategy is important. You got to know the food that you're going up against. Like if you was going to do hot dogs, the quickest way to eat it is to dunk the buns in a little warm water and eat the dog separate. It's not too appetizing, but that's the quickest way to do it. If you had like muffins, if you was in a muffin eating contest, you know what I'm saying? And you got a whole bunch of muffins there, right? You would bring your hot coffee or your hot liquid to kind of break down the muffin, better than just having just cold water. You just having cold water and muffin, so it'd be a little harder. But if you had a coffee, you can just plow through them like nobody's business. And then another thing you need is a good amount of stamina. I mean, you ain't gotta be Usain Bolt or like a big fit elite champion, but just have a little bit of stamina in order to keep moving through the rounds without getting tired. And also, you have to be one with the food. You need focus. You can't worry about what the MC's doing or what anybody else is doing, the crowd. You just got to be one with the dogs, like Mr. Spock mind melding with somebody. That's how you got to do it. That's how you stay hungry and focused.
You're reminding me of a competition I was involved in. So ourselves, the first radio job I had versus another radio station in town, we had a pizza eating contest. The mistake that everybody made was so it was to promote a new Chicago pizza that had just broke ground and just opened. The issue was that they brought out these pizzas piping hot. I mean hot, like burning your tongue. And nobody thought of that. So they start the clock and everybody dives in. And fortunately, I was about 10 deep in line, so I didn't have to do that. But that's exactly what people started to do. They started to grab water and just pour water on the pizza, not to dissolve it, not with the strategy that you had in mind, but just so they could get it in their mouth.
Yeah. It's always tough when you're dealing with something that's hot or something that's pretty much fridge cold or ice cold. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. You gotta have your little, cold liquid, maybe slushy, but the pizza shouldn't be piping hot. They should let it cool off. I think for challenges, that's what they do so that, you can spend your time like just burning your mouth and then make it go slower. Then, oh man, time's up. You didn't finish the challenge. You just leave here with a nice full stomach, full meal instead of getting whatever prize that, that's some of the tricks that some places that do eating challenges do.
Now, Badlands, obviously people eat for two reasons, for nourishment and for enjoyment.
Right.
Is this still enjoyable? It just doesn't look enjoyable when somebody's got to cram in as much food as they possibly can in 10 minutes.
Well, I put it to you this way, right? The first round's bologna. I like bologna, you know what I'm saying? I grew up, eating as a kid and all that stuff. But the thing about it is that when you get past like the 2-minute mark, it can be your favorite food ever. It turns into work, you know what I'm saying? You have to put aside all the this is my favorite food or it's not my favorite food. You just got to just get down to business. You just got to just crunch and munch. You got to just chew, swallow. You can't worry about such things as, this tastes good. This don't, you just have to go.
So I'm slightly surprised to hear, Eric, that when you mentioned your training regimen, it involved a lot of good food that you have to put in.
Oh yeah. It's like, basically when you train, it doesn't matter what food you use, as long as it has volume, it has bulk, right? So why not, train with something that, that you like, cabbage I love cabbage, it's full with water. It's nice. It's healthy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'll put a little bit of rice in it, maybe chop up some smoked turkey wing and throw it in there for a little flavor. Shoot. That's the perfect training thing ever,
And then also in reading about you, the training not only involves the stomach, it involves the jaw.
Yes. You're your jaw has to be, have to exercise these muscles up in here, you know what I'm saying? Because there are certain foods where it takes a lot of jaw strength, and then you can get jaw fatigue real quick. So, one of the things that I do leading up to the contest, not contest day, of course, is I like to chew, like, if you're doing the Wrigley Spearmint or what those type of gums, I would just get like about 5 or 6 packs, and then just keep chewing it, 5 sticks at a time until I get up to about 20, 21 sticks. And then I have this big glob, kind of like the Big League Chew, how they used to have the wads of bubble gum that come out, just a big glob of just gum and just work that jaw, you know what I'm saying? Get like the muscle man head right here, just muscle jaw.
So what would be your most proud accomplishment?
My most proud accomplishment. Wow. There was one time, there's so many, but there was one time and where I was at the National Buffalo Wing Festival up in Buffalo, New York. This is a fun event. Labor Day weekend, anybody in Buffalo Wings is there, right? And so they had a professional contest. The great Sonia Thomas was there, the Black Widow, okay? She's 5'5", $105, but she could eat like anybody's business, okay? So I'm coming in there. I'm a little nervous, but I'm hungry and focused and determined. And, I got heart, so I'm like, she's good, but I think I could take her, right? So I'm hungry, I'm focused, I'm moving through the wings, and when the smoke cleared, I ate 191 wings in 12 minutes, which came out to about 4.5 pounds of wing meat. And I just beat her by about 10 ounces. So, I was happy to do that. And that was a big day. I left with the big chicken scepter and everything. And I was crowned the wing champion for that year. I think it was 2005. It was a good year.
Oh, that's tremendous. So it's Eric Badlands Booker. You can catch him on his YouTube channel, Badlands Chugs. But also in regards to tonight's competition, again, one more time, Eric, where can we find you and everybody else?
Okay, tonight is the Bet Online Quarantine Challenge. Okay, there's 4 heats. We're doing this all into next week. Okay, round 1, the qualifying round, is 2 pounds of bologna. All right, it's 8 competitive eaters going up against the bologna, and we're doing it head-to-head bracket style. So it's going to be me, Joey Chestnut, Matt Stoney, Mickey Sudo, all the greats, right? So tonight, 7 o'clock, you can check it out at Major League Eating's YouTube channel. Okay, just go to YouTube, search Major League Eating, and it's right there, streaming live. You can also check it out at betonline.ag. You can also check out the replay on my YouTube channel, which is Badlands Chugs.
Eric, it was great to have you on. You seem like a great guy, fun guy. We wish you all the best tonight, and hope to see you soon.
All right, thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate you. All right, and you take care as well.